You know what? Hey, vibes are high in Vegas right now, and maybe that's a good segue
high.
that McDaniels gets fired, and you would have felt like this victory was a Super Bowl victory because they were. I mean, Brad, you might say they weren't cigars, but they were lighting it up in there.
They were Swisher Sweets at best.
Okay.
We got some.
Well, regardless,
You got footage of that?
Do we? I can pull it up.
Yeah, you pull it up.
But anyway, that huge win for Vegas in that sense, a team that's trying to find their identity. They're happier than they were. On the flip side for the Giants, though, by the way, Daniel Jones comes back from his injury, tears his ACL, and that is unfortunately his season. And just what happened to the Giants this season type of moment. Everything that's going wrong is going wrong. They're not playing clean football.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
There it is.
I mean, could vibes get better in a locker room after we had Hunter Renfrow? It almost had to put out a wellness check on him to see if he was still alive the way they weren't using this man.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden he comes out and he's a part of the offense again. It's crazy. It's almost like when they use the talent that they have, it leads to winning football games.
This locker room, though, this locker room does look dope. Show that clip again. That locker room looks dope as shit.
Are we comparing the locker rooms now?
No, I'm just saying that like
dope.
that.
Oh yeah, no.
The locker room itself just look at the lighting, like some big ass
I
TVs.
would go there.
I've been in the Ravens locker room. It does not look like that.
No.
And it's not. And you know Rocco too. You've obviously been in there, but like it's that locker room in Vegas looks ridiculous.
Let me see it. You have it?
Yep. Here you go.
I saw the video, but I can't remember what the locker room looks like. Oh, yeah, they have the lights. Well, you have to factor in it's a brand new stadium, too.
Well, yeah, I'm not
Like,
saying
that's
that. I'm
like
just
a-
saying that like it's like
State of the art. No, I'm saying
ridiculous.
that's a good point, though, on your end. Like, yeah, like that's not even close to what the Ravens locker room looks like. Nothing against M&T Bank Stadium, the locker room. The locker room's there for, two things. Before the game, after the game, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Vegas.
Smoke victory cigars in it.
Vegas is doing it different. Hey, look, talking about trying to change a culture for the Raiders, I believe they haven't had a postseason win since, was it their Super Bowl run to the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, or was it 2003 the next year, or whatever it may be? Regardless, what we do know, the last few years in Vegas have been really brutal. The whole John Gruden situation, then you have Josh McDaniels. It's a lot of money that you were going to invest in coaches to not having the product on the field. And the Raiders now, it just felt like for the first time, was the most energy that I'd seen at Vegas, minus that game against Ravens-Raiders that opened the season on Monday night coming out of COVID. Besides that moment, that game was probably the most energetic I had felt for Vegas players. Now, Davante Adams still needs to learn how to be used more. Jacoby Myers, now I think officially has more fantasy points than Davante Adams.
Jacoby Myers gets used an absurd amount in that offense. And I don't know if it's that they know Davante Adams is going to be double teamed or have more coverage on him. But every single time I look up, Jacoby Myers is getting the football in Vegas. And I don't want to say it makes me upset because, like, good for Jacoby Myers. But, each week you go into it and you look at the Raiders and you look at Davante Adams' stats and it's mind-boggling. You're like, why are we not using him? Can we keep the phone silent?
Yeah. What are we?
I was trying to pull up what was going on, and Siri asked if everything was okay.
Did you tell Siri that everything is okay? You're good?
She's concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks
Concerned about the Ryan Ripken Show, and they heard about segways and helmets and what was going to happen
Maybe
next.
getting Segway and helmet ads on Instagram.
That would be
Facebook and
great.
everything
But
else.
hey, as great as the vibes, besides Davante Adams, still that whole not being used, Jacoby Myers is a great player too. That's not that. But again, you want to use your pieces appropriately, and hopefully Renfrow will be used more. Jacoby, and that should hopefully help Davante Adams in the long run. He does so much for the team. Well, on the flip side, Daniel Jones, I mentioned it. He's out. He's done. A guy that missed the last few games with a neck issue. Now he's done for the season, plus a guy that just signed a big contract. The Giants now, their season has been over for a while. It's even more validated now. Saquon Barkley, which again, didn't want to get traded, but really it feels like he's just going to rot and lose another season instead of having a chance to help a contender. he'll be a free agent if he wants to stay, or could be franchise
Yeah, I
tagged
was going to
again.
say, I think we're going to see that old franchise tag is going to be working on Saquon Barkley again this year.
So just so many different storylines that, makes you think, hey, it could be worse. You could be a Giants fan right now where things are tough, but